According to his own teachings, common sense, you shouldn't follow anything that you don't first prove. So if you are following him and you have not proven it, this is an opportunity for you to rethink. Hello family, this is Apostle Gideon. Welcome to KFG. Know, feed, and grow on the word. If you are not yet subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell to be notified when we upload our next powerful video. God bless you. Our topic for today is a special one. Is Avraham Ben Moshe trustworthy? Can he be trusted? This message is not primarily for Christians, people who already believe in Jesus Christ. I'm making it for the man Avraham and also for his followers and anybody who thinks Avraham might be making sense. Listen to me. If there is a court case to determine whether Avraham could be trusted or not, would there be enough evidence to vindicate him or he will be found fraud? By this, we are going to measure Avraham and analyze his life, ministry and whatever he is doing by certain parameters to measure to find out whether he could be trusted or he's just a fraud. This means if we analyze him by certain parameters, certain standards, would we find him as trustworthy, one that can be trusted, or he will be found wanting? Is he worth his salt? Is he worth somebody that must be followed, somebody that must be listened to, somebody that people must give their heart to? According to his own teachings, common sense, you shouldn't follow anything that you don't first prove. So if you are following him and you have not proven it, this is an opportunity for you to rethink. This is an opportunity for you to analyze him. Yes, it is common sense for us to prove anything that we put our life into. Watch it. And he himself has been seeking to prove many things in his teachings, although many of them, like Christianity and faith, does not lie in the realm of common sense. Parameter generally means any characteristic that helps us to define a thing. So if we want to define or say Avraham is genuine or not, we need certain parameters to look upon, to say, to determine whether he could be trusted or he's fraud. We are going to use 3 parameters today: his profile, his history, and the solution he provides. Number 1, his profile. His profile, we are going to ask questions as to his depth of knowledge. Does he know all things? Does he claim to supernatural knowledge? I don't think he will say yes to any of this. He might say he knows something, but he can't say that he knows everything. That leaves room for error in whatever he's doing. If he doesn't know everything, then he's not perfect. He's not excellent in his delivery. So he might be wrong somewhere. Put that in your mind. Now, let me ask him this question. In one of his videos, he was asked what is truth. He couldn't answer. Then, where do we come from and where are we going? Can he answer to life after death? Because the Christianity he attacks is not just about living here. It is about relating with a God we cannot see, and it's also about a life after here. We believe that when a man dies, life does not end here. There is more life after here. So does he know life after here? Can he answer and tell us what happens when a person leaves the earth? In one of his videos, he said he has never died before, so he cannot tell whether life after here is real or not. That already faults him. That already tells us that he cannot be fully trusted. See, a man who cannot answer where we are coming from, where we are going, life after death, what is truth, is not one that you must give your heart for per this parameter. Yes, because when he dies and he goes to find out that whatever he spoke against is true, it might be too late for some people. So the best advice is that he shouldn't interfere in things of faith, because faith does not just answer to life here, but life after here, which he has no clue about. Common sense does not get into the realm of life after death. It does not get into the realm of life in the spirit, life with God. So he should stay in his lane of advising people on how to live, how to work, how to relate, and how to do things with respect to this world. But when it comes to faith, Christianity, it is far above his knowledge. Reading the Bible, putting verse to verse, doesn't mean that he fully grasps the reality or the truth of what he's teaching. Jesus said in John 3, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of heaven. So Avraham may not be seen as he is teaching. So this is one reason you should be careful when listening to him. Don't give your heart out to somebody who does not have all knowledge. He may win debate, but he does not know everything. Now, but somebody will say, but he was formerly a pastor, so he was born again, and so he knows these things. I doubt whether he was truly born again and whether he was truly a pastor. Now, don't get me wrong that he never pastored. That's not what I'm saying. But if he was truly born again and was a pastor, he wouldn't have left Jesus Christ. What he is doing is proof that he was an imposter. People who got into the fabrics of the church in order to just make money for themselves. Remember, in one of his latest videos, he said he was a pastor with 9 branches and that was his source of feeding. So he saw church as business, as a way of making money and surviving. I also think that Common Sense Family is just one of the businesses he has started, a way of luring people into his camp, because common sense has no relationship at all with Christianity. Christianity is a matter of faith and spirituality. Common sense has got to do with sound practical judgment with everyday life issues. So when it comes to the things of faith, common sense does not cut across at all. Yet that is become his major topic every day, because you know why? That is where many people belong to, and that's why he can sway many people and get many following and get many returns. Perhaps that's how he did with the church, and so you shouldn't just rush to follow. On his history, history is very important when somebody significant comes into the picture. You see, when you go to the hospital, they wouldn't just start operating or working on you. They will first check your history. This helps them to know how to exactly deal with your current situation. Now, let's look at his history. He said he was first a Muslim, he became a Christian, then he went into Judaism. Wow. He used to believe in the Bible, then he only believed in the Old Testament. Now he doesn't believe in the Bible. What a vacillating spirit. What if tomorrow CSF becomes a business empire? What a vacillating spirit. That means before you say for life, the life or for life can become a different thing. So you need to check out the history of the person. Now, his history will help us understand what is happening with him now. Whatever he is doing now, what he has done in the past is a sure guide or help to let us know what could be happening with him now, what he might be doing after this one. The other part of his history is his life. Has he built anything worth emulating? Has he lived a life in the past that we must follow, that is good for our children to emulate? Who is he? Does he come close to the people he criticizes like Jesus Christ? If he doesn't have all these things, then he's not worth his salt. He's not worth entrusting your life into. He's not worth entrusting yourself into. Now somebody will say, why are you coming into his life? If you have listened to him keenly, you will know that he has spoken about Jesus Christ. He has even called him foolish. And so anybody who wants to discredit others in order to build a following must also be analyzed in that sense. Now we are not insulting him, but we want to find out, has he lived any special life? Has he built anything, even business, anything special in the past? I don't see anything in the record yet. That means that we need to be mindful or watchful as we play or deal with him. He may just be creating an avenue to make himself rich or popular. Now the third thing I want us to look at, the third parameter we want to use to analyze Avraham is the alternative solution he is providing. Avraham says it is not common sense to believe in Jesus Christ and to follow faith, and faith is the reason for the poverty in Africa, what have you. If you do a little research, you will know that civilization was greatly fostered by Christianity and faith. Go and check the inventors of old. You see many Christian inventors who have helped the world develop. You can't just make a sweeping statement like that and go. Now, what other solution are you providing? if you say people should leave Christianity and any other religion and faith, it is said about Jesus, Matthew 1:21, he shall save his people from their sins. And he said it himself in John 10:10, I am come that they might have life and have it more abundantly. Jesus came to restore people to a living relationship with God. And anyone who receives Jesus Christ receives eternal life into their heart. Now, if you say Christianity is fake, is fraud, what other alternative do you provide? This is just like a student who gets 0%. He says everybody should get 0% so that there is no consequence. What if they follow you and eventually find out that Christianity was the real deal, and because of your loud mouth, they made a mistake of following you? Listen to this advice. Don't just follow the person who is loud. Follow truth. Jesus said he is the way, the truth, and the life, and he proved it by his resurrection. Bible says he was declared to be the Son of God with power by the Spirit of holiness when he was raised from the dead. Romans 1:4. So, this is proof enough that anybody can trust in Jesus. But as for this Avraham, we don't know where he comes from, and we don't know what will become of him tomorrow. God bless you. I believe you are blessed. Watch out for the next powerful video. See you.